Well, thank you, Jim. Let's move on. You guys be straightforward for us. Who's next?
Hi, my name is Sabrina Ballister. I'm from the Alderton area. Right now, the country is in an opposition phase, trying to stop this, nightmare legislation from being passed. But clearly, those in Congress, the ones that want it passed, are going to subvert the will of the people and defy the Constitution and do whatever they can to make it pass. And if that is the case and that happens, and it is deemed unconstitutional, what would be the next step for the American people in the way of defiance of an unconstitutional mandate toward us? I guess the 10th Amendment would be the next thing that the states could do, but what could we do as individuals to defy that without being charged for a federal crime, or we have no choice about it?
I love that. How do we defy if you don't like this?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of things. I think you brought up one way is take it up with the states. The states can and take it up with the federal government, and it will end up in the courts. And we could fight it through the courts, which is obviously better than fighting it, spilling blood over this. But another way that we can fight this is, again, the power of the people in voting. Because if they pass this bill, the American people, I believe, will rise up between now and November and completely change the political environment in Washington. In fact, we have to. We have to make them pay the price. I have taken a pledge that if this bill gets passed and I get elected, I would vote to have it repealed. I know there are not a number of other members of Congress and also candidates that have taken the same pledge. And now keep in mind, we would need a 2/3 vote to override a presidential veto. So we would have to not only win back Congress with good common sense conservatives, but win big. We may have to wait until Obama comes for re-election and vote him out as well. But that, I think, is the most effective way to do it.
Thank you, Tim. Bill, do you have any other ideas to add to that?
Well, the good news is that part of your question was answered. If it's declared unconstitutional, then we have a stay in the vote, and the law is nullified by the courts. That's the good news. And so if we do get that unconstitutional, yes, once it's declared unconstitutional, the law is null and void, and no longer, exactly. So that's the good news. So let's work towards that first.
All right. Sounds good.
Nullifying it, and we move forward from here.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, who do we have next? Come on down.
Hi, my name is Dawn Hanley. I live in Creekside. And what are your views on gaining control of our borders?
Oh, excellent question. Excellent. Bill?
Well, first and foremost, let's build the wall. And that wall, from what I understand on the major portions of it, are now complete for what they were going to build and to get control of it. But we absolutely have to get control of our southern border. When we look at a clear and present danger to our nation and our national security, I mean, we have more people killed every week in Juarez, Mexico, right across the river from El Paso, than we have killed in Iraq in the last 6 months. I mean, the fight is that serious. I mean, this is an ongoing war. And by getting control of that border, if we need to, whether we need to build a wall, mine it, do whatever we need to do. It is becoming a national security imperative, I believe, down on that southern border in many places. The other part of that is we need to look very, very hard at the means by which we are controlling illegal immigration and the hiring of illegals and how we do that. There's a number of proposals out there. One, when we do catch those, especially those who are committing criminal acts, that they are immediately deported. We do need to hold, as much as I support city and states' rights, we have cities like San Francisco declaring themselves sanctuary cities and creating a roundabout to where violent offenders are not deported and not even reported to the to immigration services. So we need to fix that. And finally, I'm a big fan of the fair tax, because we need, with regard to immigration, we need to ensure that everybody who participates in our economy, whether legally or illegally or however they wish, pays their fair share of taxes. And then also combine that with, if you're not a legal citizen or a legal resident of the United States, you should not be drawing welfare. You should not be drawing.
Tim, borders, what will we do?
Let me just add, I agree as well. We need to complete the wall. We passed that bill how many years ago, and we need to get that completed. This kind of goes back to having the attitude where we don't apologize for America, and we take border security seriously, and we punish those who don't take it seriously. I don't believe that we should, in amnesty for illegals, I think that they should be deported. I believe that we should change the law that says that if illegals are in the United States and they have a child, that the child is automatically a U.S. citizen. Basically, we need to get serious about our border control and remove the incentives, because there are actually incentives for people to come into the United States illegally and stay here. We need to eliminate all those incentives.